everyone. I welcome you all to CFE Session 1. Today, we are here to discuss about insurance. We would be learning that what is insurance, हम लोगों को लाइफ में क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है, रियल लाइफ में इसका क्या रोल है, etc.
Now, let us start with what is insurance. So, insurance में basically होता क्या है? There are two parties involved. The first is the insurer and the second is the insured. Now, insured वो होता है that takes the insurance and insurer is the party that provides the insurance. So, for example, a person has taken an insurance with an insurance company. So, the person who has taken it would be the insured and the company would be the insurer. Now, in case the insurance company or the insurer suffers a loss, the insured suffers a loss, then the insurer will provide the compensation to him. But in return, the insured also has to pay a small amount to the insurer, which is known as the premium. So, this is what insurance is. Now, how does insurance work? So, in insurance, there is a concept of risk pooling. Now, if an insured has taken an insurance with the insurance company, so there will be many other people who have taken insurance with the same company as well. So, insurance company करती क्या है? It pools all the premiums which it receives from different people. Now, in case a person suffers a loss, तो वो इस pool of premiums में से lump sum amount उसे compensation में pay कर देती है. So this is what basically happens in insurance. एक person का loss is beared by different people. So एक person को अपना loss अकेले suffer नहीं करना पड़ता. Now moving on to the functions of insurance. The first function is that insurance provides certainty to the insured. Now अगर insurer उसे pay करता है compensation, then insured knows कि अगर उसे loss हुआ भी that he will get the compensation, so he doesn't need to worry about suffering the loss. Now the next function is that it provides protection. Insured को पता है that he will suffer the loss. The insurance company cannot minimize it, but in case it occurs, then the company can compensate him and thus protect him from the risk. The third function is that it helps in risk sharing. जो हमने risk pooling में पढ़ा, एक बंदे का risk is spread over different people, so he does not have to suffer the risk alone. And the last function is that it assists in capital formation. There are types of life insurance policies which enable a person to make savings. So वो premium pay करता है and after the maturity of the policy उसे lump sum में amount मिलता है. So it is kind of making investment and thus helps in capital formation.
Let us pave our path to principles of insurance. It will be much better to understand them with the examples, as examples lead to better clarity and understanding. First principle is principle of utmost good faith. As name clearly specifies, utmost good faith means a good faith is necessary among insured and insurer. Let me ask you a question. If someone takes insurance policy and does not disclose his heart ailment disease, will he able to get the claim? Obviously, no. Now, let us begin with second principle. Second principle is principle of insurable interest. Do you think that the person can take insurance for his maid? Obviously, no. This tells that a person should have insurable interest in subject matter of insurance. Now we have principle of indemnity, which we should begin with a question. Do you think you can get more of the claim than loss suffered? Again, no. This is all about principle of indemnity, but the principle of indemnity is not applicable on life insurance.
Banu, can you please explain why it is not applicable on life insurance? Can we measure the loss of life in terms of money? What is the answer, Akshita?
Ma'am, we cannot compare life, we cannot define a life in monetary terms. So that's why principle of indemnity is not defined in terms of money. It cannot be defined in terms of money. Like एक person की life कितनी है, life को हम
Very
लोग
good.
monetary terms में नहीं define कर सकते.
Kashvi, my question is, what if a person is incurring a loss of 10,000 and is having a policy of 20,000? How much amount will the person will get in case he will
He
incur
will
a
only
loss?
he will only get rupees 10,000 because the loss is the total loss is of 10,000 and not 20,000. So he
And
will always be compensated for the amount of loss he has incurred.
okay, very good. Vanchika, my next question is for you. If the policy is for 20,000 and the loss is for rupees 30,000, then what would be the amount compensated by the insurance company?
The amount compensated would be 20,000 since the maximum amount which is payable is 20,000.
So, Bhanu, can we say that a person will get amount of policy or loss whichever is less in case of principles of indemnity?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone? Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we have our next principle as proximate cause. For example, if our goods are being transported to another country via sea route, and let's say it is sugar bags. So if rat enters the ship and makes a hole in the sugar bags, and water enters the sugar bag, it will fully destroy our goods. Therefore, जो sugar bags है, it will be all wet. And since here the goods are destroyed by seawater, here are ultimately the goods are being destroyed by seawater. So it is a proximate cause, and the person will be compensated for that loss. But and that is what is stated in the proximate cause principle. That is when losses occur when losses are incurred by a person which is because of two or more causes, then proximate cause is taken into account. I can state one more example. For example, if a factory uh, if a fire breaks out in a factory, and after it is all okay, and if we see a cigarette there, we can make out that the proximate cause must be the cigarette, so the person will be insured for that loss. Now the
Okay, so
next
can we
principle.
say, Kashvi, here that proximate cause means that we should get to know the nearest cause, that why the loss was incurred, how it occurred. It is very important for an insurance company to know that what was the nearest cause, like you just stated in your last example, second example, that the factory caught fire due to smoking. So what if it is not covered in the insurance policy? Will the insured will get the amount of insurance?
If it is not covered in the insurance policy, then the person will not get the insurance.
That means an insured will get the amount only if that cause is covered in the policy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a next principle as subrogation. For example, in a factory, we have 5 lakh goods, out of which 3 lakh goods are fully destroyed by fire, and 2 lakh goods are still left, which are in a proper condition, which can be further sold out by the person. So in that case, what happens is the insurance company will have all the claim of the goods. It will not happen that after being compensated by the loss, matlab after taking the whole amount from the insurance company, the person who has incurred the loss can make undue profits from the goods which are not completely destroyed, because then that it will be very unfair. And so just to avoid that, the principal subrogation it comes in account, and the insurer company will have the ownership of those goods. So we have now our next principle now, which is mitigation. Now I'll state my personal example. एक बार क्या हुआ, I was going by and I saw a company of restaurant caught fire. So I saw people were running and they were they were taking some steps to minimize the loss. So in that case, they got compensated for the loss. This is because they took some reasonable steps to minimize the loss, and that is the reason, and that is stated in the principal mitigation.
Here I would like to add on, this principle states that an insured should take, all maximum steps that could help him to minimize the loss, because he has to keep himself in the position as if he is not insured. अगर ये मानकर चलेंगे कि हम insured नहीं हैं and will take all necessary steps to minimize the loss, this principle is stating that only. Is it clear, Vanshika? Or you would like to add on something?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
So the next principle is contribution. अगर हमने, if a person has taken insurance from 2 to 3 companies, तो जब भी उस इंसान को लॉस होगा, तो इट इज नॉट कि तीनों कंपनीज या जितने भी कंपनीज से इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ली है, कि सारी कंपनीज को पूरा अमाउंट पे करेगी. वो सिर्फ अपने प्रपोर्शन ऑफ अमाउंट में दे विल पे एंड कॉम्पनसेट द लॉस. एंड वी कैन फाइंड दिस अमाउंट विद अ formula, which is amount is equals to sum assured with the particular insurer divided by total sum into actual loss. And and when a person takes loan or a policy from 2 or more companies, insurance companies, it is called as double insurance.
It is not loan, it is insurance taken from more than 2 companies or more than 1 company. It is double insurance. And it is not that you have taken insurance from more than a company, you will get full amount of loss from each one of them. It will be contributed them, or we can say it will be proportionated. Right, Kashvi?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
So there are about 57 insurance companies in India, out of which 24 are in life insurance businesses, for example, LIC, and other 33 are non-life insurance. The LIC is a public sector company, it's solely a public sector company.
So here is a list of few life insurance company in India, right? On the left hand side.
Yes, ma'am. So IRDAI, it basically handles, or it's the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and it was set up in 1999. So it set up various rules and regulations in which which are taken into account by the insurance industry when they are giving out insurances. For example, if you have any grievances, if you're not happy with the way the insurance company work, or we are not happy with the policies, we are IRDAI is the one we can complain.
Okay, so we can say if a policy holder is not happy with the terms and condition of an insurance company, we can approach IRDAI, right? So is it making rules and regulations for the insurance companies as well, that how they have to work? Does it regulate their working and functioning?
Yes, it does. So Insurance Awareness Day, as you can see on the screen, falls on 28th June. It basically reminds us that why we need to take insurance, why we need to insure our family, our property, or anything, any of our assets. I mean, it basically provides us assurance that in future we will get paid if we incur any loss.
So a kind of shield for our loved ones, the way
Yes.
this picture is revealing.
Now, coming on to the types of insurance, there are many types of insurance policies. First is the life insurance. So, life insurance is basically a policy we take to insure our life or the life of our loved ones. So, it is basically a protection against the uncertainty of life. So, it has two major objectives. It encourages savings and it also gives us a sense of security. So, it encourages savings. since if we provide premium and then we get a lump sum amount, so it is kind of an investment which we are making, and it also gives us a sense of security. Now there are all the elements of life insurance contract includes the principles that we have spoken about earlier. Now next is the fire insurance policy. So it is a policy wherein we insure our goods against fire which may occur. So but the claim is only given when it satisfies two conditions. There should be an actual loss of goods and it should be accidental. So the fire should not be intentionally made. And all the principles of insurance are also applicable to this fire insurance. Next is the marine insurance. So this is the insurance we take against the perils of sea. For example, we may take cargo insurance, which is the insurance for our goods. Then the ship insurance, which is for the damage to the vessel, and the freight insurance, that the cargo, if it does not reach the destination safely, then the insurance is given to the ship owner.
Vanshika, can you please explain the meaning of what perils that you used here?
The perils are all the incidents which may occur from which our goods may be destroyed. For example, if seawater enters the ship, then our goods would be destroyed, or if the sea vessel, it drowns. So all these perils or the dangers we face when we are traveling on the sea. Now all the principles are also applied to this marine insurance as well. Now coming on to the questions. So the first question is, when is Insurance Awareness Day celebrated? So as we have already, yes, it is celebrated every year on June 28th. Then how many insurance companies are there in India?
57.
Yes.
These were being spoken by Akshita, so she is very confident in answering. Okay. Everybody must be knowing the answer.
So who regulates insurance sector in India?
IRDAI regulates insurance sector.
Can you please tell the full form of IRDAI?
Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India.
Which company is the only public insurance company in the field of life insurance?
It's LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. The insurance companies collect a fixed amount from its customer at a fixed interval of time. What is it called?
Hanu, would you like to try? Question number 5.
It is called premium.
Absolutely right.
Yes. Next is, will the principle of indemnity be applicable to life insurance?
I think this Bhanu should answer.
So we have our next question. If fire breaks out in a factory and the owner is just standing in a corner, not making any steps to minimize the loss, thinking that he will be compensated with the loss, then in that case, will he be given any compensation by the insurance company? And if not, then please state the reason and the principle.
No, he will not be given the compensation since he is not following the principle of mitigation.
He is not taking any step to minimize the loss. Yes.
Yes, as if the fire is intentional.
Question number 8.
Mr. Z, if Mr. Z is insured for 2 lakh rupees with insurer A and 3 lakh rupees with insurer B, then calculate the liability of each insurer for the compensation if there is loss of 1 lakh rupees, and you can use the formula that was given in the
Can
slide
we
of
make
contribution.
the ratio is 2:3 in which this loss will be borne by the insurance company?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can a person take insurance policy for his housemaid?
No, because he doesn't have any insurable interest in the party.
Under which principle of insurance, insurer promised to put the insured in the same condition as before the loss?
Principle of indemnity.
Is it followed in case of life? I'm again reiterating it.
No, it is not followed in case of life, since life cannot be measured in monetary terms.
Thank you everyone for such a wonderful
Thank
session and giving so much of knowledge, imparting so much of knowledge to our students. Thank you to all of you for joining. And can we have our doubt session now, wherein you can ask your questions?
Would you like to share what all they've understood from the video or what they know about insurance? Anybody?
Insurance helps us in our bad time.
Yes, that is very good, Naman. So insurance is basically a contract between two parties.
Principle of indemnity. Let us begin this principle with a question. Do you think you can get more of the claim than loss suffered?
Yes, anyone would like to answer? Can you get more amount from an insurance company than the actual loss that you have suffered?
No.
No.
So what if the loss is greater than the policy amount? Then what will you get? Policy
You will
amount.
only get that amount
That
of
only-
money which
that
is
much
involved
amount
in a
only.
policy, not more than that.
Up to the
Fixed
amount of
amount
the
only.
policy you'll get.
Can't
Yes.
we just take a
And-
loan? Ma'am, can't we just take a loan?
See, loan is something else. You will take loan for your loss. Then you have to repay that loan. You are
With some
insuring
interest.
your risk. You are insuring yourself. What if an uncertain thing happens? So you are pre-prepared for it, right? But this principle is not applicable on which type of insurance? Vanu, please continue.
As given on the screen, this principle of indemnity is not applicable on life insurance. And this is all about principle of indemnity.
Yes, here I would like to know why this principle is not applicable on life insurance. Anyone? Why do you think principle? Yes.
Ma'am, life is something which cannot be, measured in terms of money. It's not easy. Like we can do, like other than that, we can provide stuff.
Ma'am, if we can't earn any profits from it, then what's the purpose of getting an insurance?
Why you would like see insurance is not meant for earning profits. We are undertaking insurance because somewhere we want to protect ourselves from the losses that we could face due to the contingencies.
Okay, ma'am.
Right?
But
Please change the slide. Yes.
Ma'am, like suppose I have an insurance of like 5 lakh or to 10 lakh of my bike, but my bike would cost more than that, obviously. So if I
You will take
retain my bike,
Gurleen, when you will have the contract. Why you will have a contract where the value of asset will be more and you will take a policy of lesser amount?
so
It will
like,
happen
yeah,
only when you want to pay a lesser premium.
okay. So it depends.
It depends. It depends upon the conditions. Yes.
Okay.
And what if we find the possession that we have afterwards, we get the claim and then we do not disclose it to the insurance company and we keep that also?
What if you are caught? Why this principle is there then?
How much is this a
When
crime?
actions, yeah, legal action will be taken. Think you will let your house at fire, कोई बात नहीं, इसकी insurance तो करवाई हुई है, or you will try to minimize it.
Minimize.
Would you like to minimize the losses? So mitigation is like if you have taken an insurance policy, that doesn't mean you will not take remedial steps or you will not try to minimize the loss. You will take it yourself in a position as if you are not insured. So insurance company would like to know whether you have taken steps to minimize the loss or not. right? Many a time we have seen people during this pandemic. Also, I came across a case in Lajpat Nagar Central Market. 3 or 4 shops caught fire together. So many of the people who were just going for shopping, they were in suspicion ki khud to nahi, they you put their showroom at fire. Reason being maybe for stock clearance. Their stock might have become outdated during the lockdown, and now they have set fire and they'll get the claim. No, they have to minimize the loss. Agar fire occurred at that place, they must have called the fire brigade at the same time and have taken all the necessary steps to minimize the loss.